MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball finds us at Target Field. Standing in, Bo Bichette. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Toronto.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Number 11.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next one.
Inner third let go. It's a called strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, Matty, we're taking a look at a team right here. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2.
Yeah, this is an important one. You don't want to go 500 for 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must. Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters meeting. He's found the barrel for the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Vladimir Guerrero is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Now the 1-0. He's taken strike 1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. 2-2 one more time. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Bader arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for the Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, we know they're hoping to get more out of the number 6. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run, and as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now pitch swung on and foul tipped right off the mask. It sounded like of the home plate umpire, and that cannot feel too good, I wouldn't imagine. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. So coming to the plate, Anthony Santander. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. In there, no one's the count. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent.
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning. Ryan Yarbrough,
ladies and gentlemen,
the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on. But I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Well, guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday, and somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
Back up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2. Nets him a leadoff single.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swing. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Here's Carlos Correa. Comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. A ball and no strikes. Correa, sometimes called Show Rea, was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. 3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Third. The right fielder.
Ready now, Sean Obradovich. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6. First pitch cut of it's by him for strike one.
From a hitter's perspective, you knock the donut off your bat knowing two things. This pitcher is out on the mound looking for a strikeout or a double play, so you better set your sights at least Beltran.
0-2. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Fouled away. Next 0-2 is looked at for ball one.
2 strikes.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
Got him. Fooled on the pitch as he swings at it in the dirt for strike 3.
No.
And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan, please, Zach?
Well, nobody's I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's really swung the bat well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's hitting over 300 against southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit in this one.
Now the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
I got to count 1 and 2.
A sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate. And that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
Got him to go down swinging there. Harrison Bader becomes out number 2 this inning. First offering on its way. Ball off at the plate as it's shot foul. Buxton on third. Correa on a second with 2 down. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Hey, it's looking like he may be able to get out of this one after giving up 2 singles early.
Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that. Now at the plate, Santiago Esquivel. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Santiago.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Correa stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
That is 7.
Digging in now, number 22. And he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well at all in the month of April. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal call.
1-2.
Sent on the ground out to second. Obradovich has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting it.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the San Diego area native Bradley Zimmer.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Ryan Jeffries, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ryan Jeffries.
Just a tick behind for a strike. Swing and a liner. A looping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, there's a bullet down the right field line. That had double written all over, but a great job by the right fielder to cut it off and keep it to a single.
Nice aggressive turn by the batter right there, but hats off to the right fielder. Keep him from getting the scoring position.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Jeffries on at first. Nobody out.
That's
set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Royce Lewis is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. First offering on its way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Tough one to call there, but it's ruled just above the zone.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
2 balls and a strike now. Runner at first here, 1 man out.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
The 2-2 one more time. And he looks at his sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone. Stepping into the box, Jose Miranda.
The first baseman, Jose Miranda.
Set, here it comes. Fouled off. Behind 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Another one sent foul. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Next to bat for Toronto, Marcus Wilson, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Standing out.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton has a play. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 11.
Stepping up to the plate, Bo Bichette. He singled his last time up. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. 1-1 home. He's in there for the second strike.
One ball,
he
two
looks
strikes.
really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Two balls.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Count remains 2-2. Third inning, no score to this point. This one's down to third. Moore takes it in, and there's out number two.
The batter, number 6.
Now at the plate, Michael Massey. He reached on a single in his first try. Line drive to center field. And he'll reach down to make the play on the run. A fine.
Leading off for the Twins, the center fielder.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Massey backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
The batter, number 4.
So one away now in the Minnesota third. And the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next.
1-0.
Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball one. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. On the first, and very quickly, 2 are gone here in the home third.
Now batting.
Sliding in once again. Gone of the double. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit in the air to right field. Santander waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And that's a called strike to letters. So that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. 0-2 delivery. And he fouls this one off. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first down of the inning. Now in the box, Brandon Belt looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Now Anthony Santander the next to bat. 2 away in the inning, and then it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends. And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Harrison Bader.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Digging in to try it again, Darren Obradovich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Boy, Giro, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen. Sometimes just the time.
The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worried about that runner on base.
And another snap throw to the bat, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Here's the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Now
stepping in and ready for another shot, Royce Lewis. Here comes the first pitch. This is taken outside for ball 1. Chased a bad one there, 1-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the game.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Obradovich leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
That's ball
At the letters, but called high. It's a ball. And there he goes towards second. High in the air out to center field. Zimmer is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First offering on its way.
Nope.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Aye.
2-1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Be on the attack and let them do it.
Full count. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, number 22. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pulled toward right center field. Buxton comes on now, and he has it 1 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The center fielder, number 7.
Stepping in for the Jays, Bradley Zimmer 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Behind 0-2 now. Here's another 0-2. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right over Duffy. Back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out. Stepping up now, Marcus Wilson. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Wilson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball in there for a called
0-1's
strike.
the count.
Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first with plenty of time, and his side is retired. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. He will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Stepping in,
Jose
Miranda.
Here's the pitch.
Breaking ball is cut on and missed for the first strike. Hit back up the middle. So on first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
Up next to Minnesota.
Here's Byron Buxton now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Ready for another shot now. Bo Bichette, a hit in 2 tries so far.
Bichette.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
He throws him on the fastball
Now
there.
that's
Bo
second
Bichette goes down to become
Michael
the first out in the 6th inning.
Massey.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This ball will be chopped foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right on the inside, Black taking for a called strike. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Wow, talk about blowing them down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Right side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. But the recovery will be in time to Fern. Good job. Ready once again, Carlos Correa.
For the Twins. The shortstop.
Pitch coming. Here it is.
Correa.
4-1. The 1-0. It's laid off for ball 2.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
2-1 now. Bounce it with the left side. Backhanded. Throw on to first, and one shortstop rounds out to the other, 1 away.
Now batter. Right fielder.
Into the box. Sean Obradovich. First offering on its way. Fouled away. Now the 0-1. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And that's the second out.
Now batter.
Now it'll be the hitter, Harrison Bader. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one. Didn't waste any time, like the first pitch you saw, to keep the inning going.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short arm. Well, that's obviously the case with this guy. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get some.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now he's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Now the 1-1 pitch. He swings and misses. Throw down. Not going to get him as he's right second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with Shotrack. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one.
2-2.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here. Striding forward now is the DH, Brandon Belt. Guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Fastball only gets by him, a swinging strike. Lifted down the line in left. Lewis into foul territory, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Fouled off. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. Settling in now, Anthony Santander. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Anthony Santander.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Fly ball right down the line and left. This will land untouched. The 1-1 home. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field of Rodolfo. Racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now batting.
In now, Santiago Esquivel. The pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now. Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. A diving effort here as he gets the glove on. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Number 22.
At the plate, number 22. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Swing and a line drive. Foul. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time. Line down the left field line. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. The 1-2. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. This is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a hard liner towards short, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate. Your crooked number going on the board.
Now pitching for the Twins.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change. That's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll lead with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. Here's the 2-0. Hit high but foul, as that'll get in amongst the fans. No runs, 4 hits. No errors in the game for Toronto. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bradley Zimmer. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
Lewis waits on it, hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will... Now at the plate, Ryan Jeffries.
Leading off for the
starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Skied into straightaway right. After to Santander. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The bat
stepping in,
the third baseman, Lewis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. One out, nobody on. This is flared out towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
the designated pitcher, Colby
Obradovich.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one.
Oh, man, he just tied him up and knocks right there.
Hit hard on the ground to first. And will step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hit.
Your attention, please.
Kirk is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the eighth.
Alejandro Kirk.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Kirk is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leveraged. Without question, 1-0, 2-0. You'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for two.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the out.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the go-ahead run will move up to third and wisely hold there with nobody out.
Second base.
So striding forward now, Michael Massey. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to place a go-ahead run and maybe another. And he's in safely at third as a run is also in, and with it, they take the lead.
Now
so stepping in, Vladimir Guerrero. Not much in the way of productivity for him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, this time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Ball one.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Full count now, 3-2.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
3-2, one more time. This is line to left. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And a big RBI there as the run scores to make this a 2-run game now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Belt, trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Hit hard up the middle. Correa over to his left. And there are 2 away now. At the plate, Anthony Santander, runner in scoring position with Sujan. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strike. Puts himself in a bad spot.
Can't get out of midair, and that one.
Ladies and
Dalton
gentlemen,
Marshall
your
is
attention,
into the
please.
ball game now as he'll take
This
over
game
out in left
defensively
field.
for the Blue Jays. Now playing left field.
Leading off the inning,
Number
Jose
13,
Miranda. And
Dalton
they'll need him to get something going here.
Marshall.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Santander waits on it. One down.
Now batting.
The
Center
next
fielder.
twin up, Byron Buxton.
Byron.
Hit the ball pretty well in his last
Good.
at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one
Yep,
up.
that ball
You
went
hit
out.
a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
That evens it up, 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Now to the plate, Carlos Correa. No hits to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Heading out toward shallow right. Chasing after it is Santander. And this is hauled in on the run. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Santiago Esquivel, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Number 24 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Oberdumper. Stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Number 22.
That's the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. That's inside. 2-0. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Well, I'll tell you, from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's starting to rush his delivery out there. But someone needs to remind him to stay back and let his arm get out front.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Buxton is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting. The center
And
fielder.
that'll bring in the San Diego
Bradley
product, Bradley Zimmer. No hits in 3 tries so far, and struck out once. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Line drive to center field. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there.
Now
you execute a nice pitch down in the zone. Think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first.
Nope, that's a ball.
A ball and no strikes. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
And another foul ball. Again, a 1-2. High fly ball after straightaway center. Buxton has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no run. Coming to the plate now, Sean Oberdumper.
Leading off.
And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Wind up, and the 2 pitch. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1 and 2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Calling for it, Marshall. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Harrison Bader. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone.
1-1.
Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to do.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on. And he goes and pops this one out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they would hold the second out. Up next for Minnesota, Darren Brodovich. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Santander racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, the pitcher gives up the double. He can't do anything about that now. He just needs to go behind him and focus on the man at the plate. If he takes care of him, the game is over. On the other hand, if he gives up a bomb, this thing is tied. It's getting a little dicey.
Brodovich stands at second with 2 gone. And that misses 1-1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And they'll try and end it here with an even 100 pitches.
What an unbelievable effort. He has had total command of all pitches, all quadrants. Dan, this has got to bring a smile to your face.
It does, D-Roy. In a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, or for that matter, guys going out into the 8th, let alone the 9th inning, this has been a terrific start up to this point.
Well, is going to be in time, and the Blue Jays bounce back from consecutive losses to take Game 3 of the series as this ball game is over.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting in the American League Central, the Toronto Blue Jays allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 2-0. The White Sox earned the 3-game series sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting John